The first thing we need to talk about is light, because this is something that I know a lot of people want to get right, but they don't necessarily know how, or not realizing how much of an impact it makes. What you can use is a lamp that's placed right in front of you. I took this lamp that I had that just has a little nice lamp shade that is kind of see-through. That's important so the light can actually get out to you. And what I'm gonna do is place it right in front of me. The idea, of course, is that it's evenly hitting my face. So if I turn that on, I'm adding this light up here. Now, here's the important thing to know. The light should be a little bit above my eye line and aimed right at the center of my face. The reason you want the light a little bit above your eye line is that it reduces what are called specular highlights. That's when you get these bright, bright hot spots on your face. If it's a little bit above, it changes the angle that it's coming down and your camera won't record that. You look good. All right, let's talk about angles. First mistake that I see people do is they'll take their computer and they'll put it at lap level. Now, if you see, if I put it at my lap level, you're seeing up into all this, and my face is super distorted. In my case, I have a really elongated 5 head. The other thing to note is that in order to see myself or other people on the screen, my eyes are looking down, so it's not flattering and it's not really inviting when people can't see your eyes. The first thing to do is find a surface where you can elevate your laptop. You can see for me, I have a table, then I have a box, and I have a little extender, and then my laptop is on it. So by the time I sit down, the camera of my computer is above eye level. The reason you want that is it keeps your eyes nice and bright because you're looking up. But then also when you angle like this, everything suddenly becomes more in proportion. The rule of photography that makes sense when you think about it, but not a lot of people know, is that whatever is closest to the camera is gonna seem bigger, and whatever is furthest away is gonna seem smaller. When you're looking at these angles, what happens is we inadvertently angle it back, and then your head is going to be further away because whatever is at the top of the screen is gonna be smaller. Whenever it's tilted back, that means that whatever is in the bottom of the frame, which is usually boobs and tummy, is gonna be big, and your head, which should be the focal point, is gonna be small. So what you want to do is tilt it the other way, especially if you want to minimize any thickness down below. You want to tilt it a little bit on this axis so it's angled down. This you can only do if it's lifted up high. Look at my angle now. Right now it's at 45 degrees. If I tilt it down, then all of a sudden my face is nice and bright and there isn't as much girth down here. Now, here is a secret bonus tip that not a lot of people know. Watch this difference. If I'm leaning back, still bigger down here, smaller head. If I'm tilting this way, then all of a sudden we get more of a slimming effect down here and a bigger, brighter face. What I've done is just leaned forward. So, grab a pillow and put it right behind your back. That way you'll have a slight lean forward, big bright eyes, a face that's nicely proportioned, and a bust that's not, distracting. The other thing to factor in is distance. If my computer is too close, everything starts to get distorted. However, if I slide it away, all of a sudden that distortion is gone, my features look good, I combine that with that little bit of a lean forward, and I'm in a good position. It should be far enough away that you can reach your keypad, but not too comfortably. More like The Walking Dead. All right, ready for my final tip? It is thinking about your background. Now I know, it might seem obvious, but guess what? Your background is distracting. And if you look in my case, I have all of this stuff going on. The first thing you should do is figure out what your frame is going to be. So I think right about there, I'm gonna lean forward, which means I can come up just a touch, and there, that's where I feel good. All right, so I notice that I have all of this over here, and all of this over here that I need to really think about. Okay, look at how much better that is. I have a clean frame, it's a little me, but it's not junky and clunky. All right, those are my 3 tips for how to look amazing on Zoom.